From Watts Creative Studios, this is Why So Cold.
Good morning. I'm Sheriff Hank Parton with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. Thank you for being here today to help us bring renewed attention to the tragic double homicide that for the past decade has impacted not only two families, but the entire Montgomery County and Virginia Tech communities. We are here today for 18-year-old Heidi Childs and 19-year-old David Metzler, both Virginia Tech sophomores, both respectable, moral, Christian teens.
Heidi Childs, 18, and David Metzler, 19, met at a church youth group in Lynchburg, Virginia, fell in love, and were inseparable. Shortly after high school, they started dating and even worked together at a local ice cream shop. Both were devout Christians and very active in their church. They enjoyed playing the guitar and singing together, as well as playing sports and hiking. Heidi was a star runner on the cross-country team, and David a talented golfer. After graduating from high school, both of them went to Virginia Tech. Heidi was passionate about medicine and chemistry and majored in biochemistry. David studied industrial engineering. On August 26, 2009, Heidi called her parents with some exciting news. Heidi told her parents that she was going to change her major to pre-med and wanted her parents' blessing. This was the last time her parents ever talked to her. The next morning, August 27th, 2009, Heidi's father received a phone call from the Montgomery County Police Department. The police told him that a man walking his dog that morning had found Heidi and David's bodies near the entrance of Caldwell Fields in Jefferson National Park. They had both been shot to death.
It was shortly after 8 p.m. that Wednesday evening when David and Heidi arrived in Caldwell Fields in the parking lot in David's navy blue 1992 Toyota Camry. The sun had just set. It was a typical warm August evening in the mountains of Montgomery County. Now, David had been to Caldwell Fields once before, attending a men's Christian retreat, and he wanted Heidi to see for herself the beauty and the tranquil setting of that area at the National Forest. David brought his guitar to play for both of them. But they weren't even planning on staying very long or staying out late that night. However, they never made it out of the car before they were brutally attacked. Heidi and David's bodies were discovered early the next morning on August 27th by a gentleman walking his dogs there at Caldwell Fields. Two incredible young lives were stolen, and countless other lives tragically have been impacted forever by this tragic incident. David's guitar was still there inside the Camry. Heidi's purse was taken, and it's still missing, along with her credit cards, her Virginia Tech ID card, her lanyard, her cell phone, and her camera.
From an article by Dateline, former Blacksburg police officer Lisa Lucas Gardner, who was not a part of the investigation at the time, but has been following the case with interest. Gardner told Dateline that the police believe David and Heidi pulled into the gravel lot at the entrance to Caldwell Fields after 8 p.m. on August 26, 2009. Before the teens could get out of David's 92 Toyota Camry, a car approached them and the driver shot them both. Gardner told Dateline Authorities said David was found slumped at the driver's side window of the car, and it appeared that Heidi opened the passenger side door and tried to escape. She didn't get far. Heidi's body was found feet from the car. Heidi and David had both been shot by a high-powered rifle.
Now, someone out there knows what happened to those items. Somebody knows that. And someone out there knows something, or knows someone who does know something. I would now like to call forward Heidi's parents to share a few words, and they will be followed by David's parents.
Thank you, everyone who's come out today to show support for this case and our families. We especially want to thank all of you that serve our community every day through public service. You all are amazing. Thank you all for your efforts in the past 10 years for Heidi and David. We know that much effort and energy has been spent on this case. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We are thankful that a new task force is in place with this team, new technology, fresh eyes, and the prayers of many. We are hopeful that the person or persons who are responsible for the murders of our daughter and David will be held accountable.
We want to talk a little bit about our precious daughter, Heidi. She was born with premature lungs and struggled for about 2 weeks in the neonatal intensive care unit. Her doctor assured us that when he discharged her from the hospital, she would be good to go. And he was right. She became a very independent, smart, and outgoing little girl. She was given the name of Smiley when she was a baby, and this smile became a big part of who she was as she got older. Heidi grew into a beautiful young lady that loved and cared for her family, friends, and those in need. I'll first discuss her family. She was the fourth born of 8 children. She has 2 brothers and 5 sisters. With a big family, there's always lots of activity. She was right in the middle of everything and loved playing tricks on her siblings as well as comforting them when they were hurt. She was never demanding to us as her parents. We sometimes had to ask her what she would like or what she might need. She usually just smiled and said, "I'm fine." Eventually, our family grew, and Heidi had 2 brother-in-laws and a sister-in-law. She also had 2 nieces that she loved dearly.
As far as friends go, Heidi had the personality that drew people to her. She was very intentional about spending time with people and caring about their needs. She was a loyal and fun friend. She loved camping, skiing, hiking, shopping, cooking, and going to the beach and much more with her friends. We mentioned that Heidi cared about people in need. If she saw someone that needed a friend or just someone to talk to, she would reach out to them.
Heidi came to know the Lord at a very young age and continued growing in her faith through Awana's church, youth group, Christian friends, and her own personal Bible studies, and studying with family and friends. She was very intentional about having a relationship with Christ and learning how to live out her faith on a daily basis. This was not always easy, and there were struggles along the way, but her goal was to grow stronger in her faith.
Heidi met David in the youth group when she was about 14, and she thought he was pretty special. They spent time together during youth group activities and praise team as they both played the guitar on the praise team. They were both very interested in each other and developed their friendship for several years before they began to date in college. They also wanted to make God the center of their relationship. Our family loved David and enjoyed the times that he was able to have meals with us and spend time together.
Heidi loved learning. Once she learned to read, she was pretty much on her own with homeschooling. She wanted to move as quickly as she could with her studies. She began taking college classes when she was in the 10th grade at the community college. She then chose to major in biochemistry at Virginia Tech. She loved her first year at Tech and decided that she wanted to go into the medical field. She made the decision to change her major to pre-med. She was supposed to meet with her advisor at 8 a.m. on August 27, 2009. Sadly, she never met her advisor and was not able to change her major. She also never got to finish college or fulfill her dreams of becoming a physician's assistant. She missed her sisters and brothers' high school and college graduations. She missed the birth of 5 more nieces and nephews. She missed our family's beach trips and the special times of reading with her sisters and playing games at the table. She has missed counting the presents under the Christmas trees on Christmas morning. She's missed the long conversations with family and friends. She's missed the marriages of most of her friends, and most of them have children now. She never was able to have a future with David here on earth. Maybe marriage, maybe children.
Our families have missed seeing her beautiful smile and having those times to talk and do special things together. We have an empty chair at our table every holiday. We miss seeing her stand over the trash can and trim her hair like she would consistently do. Her nieces, Elena and Gabriella, turned 10 and 12 this year, and she missed these special birthdays with them.
But what we do know is that Heidi and David are in heaven, and they no longer have to feel any pain or sorrow. Our faith in God has been the key to walking through life with peace and joy, even through our pain. As we know that God did not promise us to be free of hurt and pain, but he did prepare a way for those who trust in him. Because of this, we know that we will see Heidi and David again.
Just to reiterate what Colonel Lyons said, that we still have concerns for our community since the person or persons are responsible for the murder of Heidi and David are still walking in freedom and carrying on with their life. If anyone has information that would be helpful in this case, please share this with law enforcement so that we can honor Heidi and David with justice and provide a safer community for others. Someone knows who and what happened. Someone can bring this to a close. Someone can't keep quiet about this any longer. Someone wants to get this off their chest. Now is your opportunity.
David was my only son and my best male friend in the world. We loved golfing and especially hunting together. He loved the outdoors and yet also a good football game on TV. He was a strong but gentle guy who loved his mom and sisters and was very close to them too. He was a good-natured kid who was kind and friendly to everyone. He especially favored the underdog. He respected Heidi and her parents and had a pure and godly relationship with her. He cared for her deeply, and I miss him deeply. I miss them deeply. My wife expressed the extent of our loss very well. We feel the loss every day, even in the supposedly happy times like Christmas and birthdays. They are all tainted with the bitter taste of loss. Missing David, all he was and all he would become. The fun things that I used to look forward to, like vacations and golfing and hunting, instead of joy, they are reminders of David and Heidi's absence. And not just their absence, but their murders. That's an awful word. Murder. Unfortunately, it is all too familiar in our family now. Can you imagine it applied to yours? Still, sometimes it's hard to believe. But it's also hard to believe that there's a person who's so evil and wicked that he could just brutally murder innocent, defenseless kids with a high-power rifle at point-blank range. You know the kind of person, the one depicted on shows like Criminal Minds and others. They stand over helpless, innocent people who are pleading for their lives. But they just burn or torture or shoot and kill them. Only 10 years ago at Caldwell Fields, it wasn't a make-believe. It wasn't a TV show. And the bullets pierced our children over and over. Their pleas, verbal or just in their eyes, were ignored, and they suffered and died. Hopes, dreams, and life gone. No hugs, no goodbyes. Parents heartbroken and siblings shocked, scared, and distraught. And families devastated. And the perpetrator goes his merry way. It's hard to believe that this type of person, a cold-hearted, merciless murderer, is walking around right now, maybe not too far from here. But what is almost harder to believe is that there are other people, basically decent people, without intentionally evil and wicked hearts, who have decided to partner with this perpetrator. They would be disgusted and grieved by the fictitious TV portrayal of that brutal one who tortures and kills the innocent, but they have decided to support the real one, maybe out of fear. They know who did this, or they know someone who does. They have vital information to solve this case, and they have kept silent. They had a decision to make early on: to side with the cold-blooded killer who devastated innocent families and brutally murdered 2 innocent kids, or to stand up for what's right and to support the innocent victims in their grief and loss. They have chosen by their silence to cast their vote for the murderer. Right now, I am that innocent, pleading victim asking you for mercy. Will you be the cold-hearted one that ignores my pleas and protects the one who tortures and kills? Or will you make that call to promote justice? Please just call the task force and talk. They have incredible ways to protect you. After 10 years, it's time. And we thank you. To the perpetrator, I can imagine the traumatic, violent, and gruesome images you created that night haunt you many days. The guilt and shame are probably heavy on you. But the weight of guilt can be removed, because God too has an only son. And he, like mine, was brutally murdered. Unlike mine, he was the perfect, sinless Son of God. And he proved that by rising from the dead and conquering death and sin. And his death and suffering paid the price and was the sacrifice for my many sins and yours. God graciously and kindly punished his own Son to purchase my pardon and yours from the eternal punishment we both deserve. An eternal punishment infinitely worse than any sentence you might receive here on earth. We would love for you to know his forgiveness and ours. There is no sin too great for him to forgive. I pray that God's kindness would lead you to repentance and confession and a genuine trust in Jesus, as it did me. Finally, I want to sincerely thank the members of the task force, present and past, for their perseverance, dedication, hard work, and professionalism, as well as their personal kindness to us as they worked this case. And thank you to the many media professionals that are helping to get our story and our plea out.
It's been 10 years. Too long. It's been 10 years. It's time for somebody to come forward, get it off your chest, get it off your conscience. Let these families find some peace some sense of peace as they move forward in their lives. We know there are people right here in Montgomery County, across the New River Valley, who know exactly what happened 10 years ago, the evening of August 26, 2009, in the parking lot at Caldwell Fields at the edge of the Jefferson National Forest. We want and we need to hear from you. There are others who don't know what happened, but suspect they know someone who does know. These are folks who've noticed maybe a friend, a family member, possibly a co-worker's behavior that suddenly changed following the night of August 26, 2009. Was that someone suddenly obsessed with, or did they get easily agitated by any mention of the Caldwell Field murders or the young Virginia Tech couple? Even information as simple as that could prove invaluable to where we are right now in this ongoing and active investigation. Again, we encourage you to reach out to us and share with us what you know, or what you may have noticed, or what you may still suspect is occurring.
This has been an episode of Why So Cold. For the source material that was used in this episode, please visit the show notes or whysocold.com.